Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Thunder is Logan here, and in this video we're going to be speed testing the Successor vehicle in Jailbreak. So as you may know, there was, there was the third 5 days of vehicle event in Jailbreak, and a bunch of new vehicles came out, and including the Successor here. And if you watched my most recent update review, well, I actually haven't posted it yet at the time of recording this video, but by the time you've seen this video, that video will already be out. So I did mention in that video that I'm going to do a speed test on the Successor here. So yeah, that's what this video is, and here we are now. But yeah, without further ado here, we're going to go ahead and get started. So Magical Mercy is going to be joining us for the speed test today. So for the first race, we have the Successor up against the Violet. I can't even pronounce that vehicle too well, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this force field gun. And in case you don't know, when the bubble disappears, that is when you start the race. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's go ahead and, well, okay, actually I have to shoot the force field gun here, but yeah, let's go ahead and get the speed test started. Alright, well, I did kind of swerve a little bit on the bridge here, but oh my god, he's still like way back there, not even in the city yet. But yeah, I'm sure pretty much everyone can tell that, well, pretty much all of us can tell that the Successor has won against the Violet. Oh my god, I still can't really say that, but I'll get used to it. But yeah, anyway, Successor won that by a launch shot. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so this time we're going to be starting at the front of the prison because as of right now, I don't really think we need that much track. That's more for like the faster car races. But yeah, for this race, we have the Successor up against the Falconess. Okay, Successor is won once again. You're like halfway through Crater City, I see, but yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next race. Okay, so for the next race, we have the Successor up against the Icebreaker. Okay, looks like a Successor has won that. I mean, it wasn't too far ahead of the Icebreaker there, but still won by a good amount. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so for your next race here, we have the Successor up against the Beam Hybrid. Alright, Successor is won once again here. You know, this is why I sometimes don't understand train values, because, like, the Successor wins against a Beam Hybrid by, like, a lot, like, quite a bit there, and the Beam Hybrid is, like, so much more valuable in trading. I mean, I don't know, I don't understand train values sometimes, but it's beside the point for right now. We're just, you know, testing the speed instead of the vehicles here. But yeah, Successor won that. Let's go ahead and move on here. Okay, so for the next race here, we have the Successor up against the Longhorn. Alright, Successor is won once again here. Yeah, it's still a little bit far behind there. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of bringing out the faster cars now in this next race and all the races beyond that now. So, yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with that. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay, next up here we have the Successor up against the Power 1. Oh, did you crash there? Oh, you know what? I didn't turn off, okay, vehicle collisions. I never turn that off. Yeah, that's probably gonna make speed testing a lot easier now. Let's go ahead and redo that. Alright, so, Successor versus Power 1, take 2. Alright, Successor is the one that race. You're like almost like right behind me though. I mean, I was a little bit far ahead, but doesn't seem like the Successor won by that much there. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, next up here we have the Successor up against the Proto 8. Alright, so that was pretty interesting. So, whoa, the train, oh my god, I just, like, hopped, like, right over that train. That was pretty epic there. But yeah, anyway, the, Proto 8, that was pretty interesting, because, like, the Proto 8 was, like, almost, like, right behind me. Like, literally, like, right behind me for, like, the first bit of the race there. But, then, like, a bit later on, the Successor then, well, started to go a lot faster than the Proto 8 there. It was, well, the Proto 8, like, wasn't catching up anymore, and because the, Successor has much higher top speed. I wouldn't say much higher, but quite higher. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so for your next race here, we have the Successor up against the Molten M12. Alright, I was not really expecting that one, honestly. So the Successor wins against the Molten M12. It didn't win by much, though, it seems like, but, yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that one. That surprised me a little bit, but, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next race. Okay, so for the next race, we have the Successor up against Vienna. I'm gonna be German this time. Magical Mercy is having a little bit of trouble with it, so I'm gonna try German this time, see if I can do better, I guess. Well, it looks like that's the first time the Successor lost there, but yeah, the Successor does seem to have faster acceleration at first. It was ahead of the Vienna for a little bit, but then the Vienna eventually catches up because it does indeed have higher top speed than the Successor, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so for the next race we have the Successor up against the Aperture. Alright, pretty interesting results here. So it does seem like that the, well, I mean, you kind of had like a slight head start there, I think. But it does seem like the Aperture, I mean, had a slight head start, so I mean, I don't know, maybe like the Successor and Aperture have like, they probably have like similar acceleration, but then the Successor has, well, clearly higher top speed than the Aperture there, but yeah, I don't know, or maybe the Aperture is a little bit higher acceleration. They have similar acceleration, if give or take, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. And for the final race, we have the Successor up against the Torpedo. Alright, once again, some interesting results there. So it seems like the Successor accelerates faster than Torpedo and actually stays ahead of it for quite some time, but then the Torpedo, it just has insane high top speed, so eventually the Torpedo, after, doesn't catch up like too quickly though, but eventually the Torpedo does catch up because it has much higher, not much higher, but it has quite higher top speed than the Successor. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and conclude the speed test here. Okay, so Magical Mercy, what do you think of the speed of the Successor here? Any thoughts on it?
Alright, so like, I mean, yeah, it's fast. I feel like only two vehicles I feel like beat it, and yeah, I mean, it has very good acceleration that makes it go in the front of the race, and yeah, they buffed it too, and that definitely has been dope, you know. Yeah. So yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay, well, you heard what you said. I'm gonna go ahead and share my thoughts as well. Probably like upper middle class of speed here. I mean, even like trumps like some of the even like faster vehicles like the Molten 12 there. It won against that, which I wasn't expecting that, honestly, but I guess like the top class vehicles does seem to win against the Successor though, but the Successor still, like, you know, put up a race because like even against the Torpedo, I mean, the Successor did stay ahead of it for quite some time because it has good acceleration to it, but you know, Torpedoes has like really high top speed though, but yeah, definitely, I mean, it's a little bit pricey. I mean, it's $649,000. I mean, it's a little bit pricey, but I'd say it's worth it. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and conclude the speed test here. So if you did find this video helpful and entertaining, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if this is your first time seeing me, or if you have not already, that'll really help me out and you can always change mine later. And be sure to turn on notifications so that way you don't miss out on any new uploads and community posts and more speed test videos, if of course that is your thing. But yeah, that is going to be it, and I will see you all in the next video.